Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and here I am with another video. So in this video I'll be unboxing an airplane scale model, Air France Airbus A340-300. So these airplane models, I have been collecting these models for a long period of time, since I guess 5 years or something, more than 5 years. So I was always passionate about aviation and all, and although in the middle I was not so much into, even today I'm not so much into buying airplane models as I was once, because if you guys remember, for those of you who have been following my YouTube channel since its very early days, the first video I uploaded was an unboxing of an Asian Airlines Airbus A350, and then I uploaded a lot of videos in which I unboxed and reviewed airplane models, airplane scale models, collectibles. But then my channel, the focus of my channel shifted to physics, mathematics, and I shared my views on different topics, and that is the focus of my channel today. But yeah, I thought like, why not share another unboxing video, because this is a model I recently got myself, and it's a very uh, kind of very great model, because the Airbus A340 has always been one of my favorite airplanes. Uh, Actually, my most favorite airplane, if I am honest with myself, is the Boeing 777, because of its looks. Of course, I'm not comparing the airplanes based on their efficiency and like everything. But of course, I really like this 777 because of its looks, and it was one of the first models in my collection, the Boeing 777-300 ER. So yeah, and what I love about the Airbus A340 is that you can see the look of the cockpit, the Airbus A340 cockpit. It has the traditional Airbus look, the first ever passenger airplane that Airbus built, because it was during a time in the 1970s when the aviation industry was dominated by the United States, and especially Boeing, because Boeing has acquired the other companies, other good aviation airplane manufacturers, and Boeing was the big name in aviation industry, almost a monopoly. And then some European countries decided to come together to form Airbus, and the first jet they offered was the Airbus A300, and that was a very revolutionary and very innovative jet, compared, I mean, considering the when it was introduced in the market. But of course, initially it was not taken seriously, and Airbus had to go through a lot of struggle to finally make its name in the market. But today, I did not say anything about Airbus. Airbus is undoubtedly, when it comes to innovation, when it comes to safety, and when it comes to like airplanes, aviation, Airbus is undoubtedly one of the most, maybe the best airplane manufacturer in the world right now. Boeing, of course, has a very rich history. It's much more older than Airbus as a company, but there has been some recent issues about the Boeing 737 and even other issues. So of course, I am not an expert, and I don't want to compare Boeing versus Airbus, but that's one of the reason I like the Airbus A340, because unlike the Airbus A350 and the modern Airbus airplanes, and also the Airbus A320, the A340 and the A330 has retained the traditional look of Airbus, that you can also see in the Airbus A300 and the Airbus A310. This look of the cockpit. Plus, the A340 is it has four jets. I mean, it has four engines, which is not very common in modern airliners, due to because four engines means it's more difficult to maintain, and all. Like most modern airliners are not as big as maybe the Airbus A380, like the Boeing 777 or the Boeing Dreamliner, Boeing 787 Dreamliner, or the Airbus A350. And the A340 is not a modern airliner. It's slowly getting obsolete. But this is a very great model to have in the collection. And I also love the Air France livery. You see, it's very minimalistic. It's very simple, and I love this red and blue stripes. And it's very minimalistic, but looks very sophisticated in my opinion. So that's why I decided to get myself an airplane model after a long time, and this is the model I chose. And so yeah, now let's get to the technical details before we unbox. And this is an Airbus A340-300 with registration FGLZJ, and there is actually an Airbus Air France A340-300 with this registration. But I checked on the internet, and this particular airplane, the real one, is no longer in service. But it was in service with Air France for quite a long period of time. And this particular scale model is a Hoganwings model, and it's, as you can see, it's just a second. Yeah, it's official Air France model produced under license, and this model is actually it's a 1/500 scale model. So for those of you who are not much aware about the technical details, this means that If you take an actual Airbus A340-300 of Air France, and if you scale it down 500 times, then you get this model. So it's 500 times smaller than the actual model. That's what scale 1/500 means. There are also, I mean, I also have many models. Airplane models come in many different scales. Scale 1/200 is pretty popular, but they're of course much larger in size because you are just scaling down the real plane by 200. So it's 1/200, and this is 1/500. But I love the Hogan, and this is a Hoganwings model. This is built by Hoganwings. You see, Air France Airbus A340-300 scale 1/500. Developed by, you can see, Hoganwings. You see, and something Socatec aircraft models. I'm not sure about the details. It's a kind of it seems like it's collaboration between Hogan and this, and you can see it's the Air France trademarks are used under license. A detailed scale model for adult collector, whatever. These are the technical details. Now the thing is that what I love about the Hoganwings 1/500 scale model is that they are very small in size, and that means you can it's very easy to put on display, it's easy to store, it's even easy to carry around because they come in a single piece. You don't need to assemble them. The bigger models, they come in especially the Hoganwings, they come in different pieces, and you need to assemble the wings, you need to snap the wings. They're called the snap fit model, and often what happens, since they're plastic models, the parts might break and all. I mean, it feels more like a toy, the big ones, but these small ones, I really like these models, and these are fully die-cast metal models. You see, this model, it's die-cast metal, it's not plastic model, and it's very small. You can see this is my hand, so you can, just to give you a size comparison, this is my palm. So it's not a very big model, whatever it appears on the camera, and it's fully die-cast metal. It's very heavy. But with the 1/500 scale models, the landing gears or the wheels, I mean, they're not rollable. These models are best if you want to put them on display on stand. They look very good, but they're not toys. Okay. So I think that's enough information. Let's now unbox this model. The packaging is also, you see, it's quite robust. It's quite good, and this model comes with a stand as well, as you can see in this picture. And yeah, so let's unbox this model. I mean, it really feels great to do a unboxing video after so long, because after all, this is what I mean, my YouTube channel started with this. I initially wanted to make a channel just for unboxing videos and all, but then of course I shifted to physics and other, and of course my channel contains more number of physics videos than airplane videos. But yeah, it feels good to do one of these again, just like old times. So you can see the stand comes like this. This is the stand, and you just have to take it out of this, and you can just yes. So now my stand is ready. Now let's take a closer look at this beautiful model. So this is pretty tight, pretty compact packaging, and even if even if you throw around a bit when the plane is packed inside the box, it will not get damaged or anything. Usually it's a very good packaging. The stand is kind of packaged in a kind of strange way, but the model is packed pretty nice, I would say. And these models are compared to the 1/200 models and even other models of other brands like Gemini Jets and JC Wings, the Hogan 1/500 models are much more affordable. Of course, when it comes to detailing, maybe the Gemini models are much more detailed than the Hogan models. No point denying that. But yeah, this plane looks pretty professional, pretty good, pretty sophisticated on display, and it's okay. I mean, after all, the fine detailings are not always visible, so that's fine. Okay, so let's just take this out of its box, of its packaging. It's usually a good idea to use this kind of soft clothes or this kind of thing to bring out the model, because otherwise your hand might contain some dust particles, or for instance, I was just writing notes on my copy, so my hand has a lot of marks of the pen. So if I just use my hands, then I mean, of course, these are the collectible models, so you don't want a blue stain there. That would that's really unfortunate. That would be really unfortunate. So okay, so you can see the model. First let me place it properly so that I can show you clearly the detailings and everything, all the fine details. So you see, this is my Air France A340, and you see it's pretty detailed compared. It's a 1/500 model, so it's very small. But compared to that, you don't see the antenna on the top, the antenna domes, and all these small sharp markings and all, which you see in the 1/200 models, or even some detailed 1/400 models. Like JC Wings have 1/400 scale models. Even Hoganwings have certain 1/400 scale models, but this is a 1/500 scale model. But even then, it's pretty detailed. You can see this is the I don't know if it's visible, but it's the SkyTeam logo, because Air France is a member of the SkyTeam airline alliance group, and then it's written Air France KLM, because Air France and KLM are partners now. So this is their partnership, Air France KLM. KLM is Royal Dutch Airlines, and this is ZJ. It's in the landing gear support, landing gear door, the front landing gear door, and this is the landing gear. And you see, this is Air France Airbus A340. I don't, I'm not sure if you can make it out, but you should be able to. I've zoomed in quite a bit, and it's pretty detailed. You see the windows, the markings on the doors, everything is there. This is the registration FGLZJ, and it's a very I've zoomed in, so you might be able to spot some imperfections, which is, I don't know why, because it was whether it was because this model was not stored properly in a proper environment, or because of something else, some issue with the Hoganwings themselves. But from a long distance, it's, if you put this model on display, it looks perfect. As you can see, these are the wings, and these are the jets of the A340, and these are the main landing gear support of the A340. You see, it's pretty accurate, I would say, as compared to its price and its size and its range. This is the beautiful Air France colors, and you can see on the wings, even these are the flap fairings and the engines, everything is more or less accurate. And these are the winglets, and even these writings on the wings, like do not walk over this edge and all, even these are present. I'm not sure if you can read it because it's very tiny, and I am on 10 times zoomed. My camera is 10 times zoomed right now, but you can see these markings are present. I think you can make that out. And the flaps and all, it's pretty detailed. Here's a top view of the model. Okay, and you can see, let me just show you the front view. Just a second. Yes, so you can see the front view of the model, and yeah, I really like this Airbus A340. It's not in operation. I mean, it's slowly becoming obsolete now, as I told you. But I'm not an airline owner. I'm not looking to fly this. I'm just looking to put this on display, and well, it looks very good. I mean, personally, I like this look even better than the Airbus A350. I do understand why the A350 wings are designed that way. Those are called raked winglets, and the A350 cockpit and all that look very modern, very stylish. But personally, for me, this look is, it's a kind of this timeless, kind of sophisticated classic look that is common in the Boeing 777, the Airbus A340. That's why I like this model, the looks. And see, these landing gears are not perfect. I mean, this is the only point of imperfection. I mean, because in the 1/500 scale Hogan models, the landing gears are not rollable. Like in the other models, the bigger ones, the landing gears actually roll. But here, the landing gears do not roll. This is just for display. You should not, just like play with this model or just make it roll. It will not move. It's just for display. But overall, that looks really great. Okay, you see, here's a very zoomed up view of the model. And you can see this is the model, and these are the Airbus A340. You can see the landing gears. The landing gear configuration, everything is pretty accurate, although the landing gears are a bit, I mean, that's okay, because overall that's okay. Just a second, let me just zoom out a bit. Okay, so let me show you the other side. Nothing different, but still. This is the side view of the Airbus A340 Air France A340-300. You can see let me just zoom in a bit now. You can see this is the cargo door, the door where all the luggages are loaded. That's also pretty accurate. Just below Airbus A340, SkyTeam, Air France, KLM, the same thing. And I would say they have copied the Airbus A340 cockpit pretty accurately. the design and everything. I mean, these are 3D printed model, I guess, but yeah, still it's good. The registration and finally, yeah, it looks pretty good. And let me now show you some different angles, and then we will put the plane on stand finally. uh, you see, this is a very good angle to like admire the beauty of this, what should I say, engineering marvel or something. It's really great. So now I think, and you can see the jets here, it's pretty detailed, pretty accurate. Of course, the engine fan blades are not rollable. This feature is JC some 1/400 scale models, and in the 1/200 models you can get this feature. But here, no, the engines are not rollable. I mean, it's a very tiny model, so neither the wheels, neither the engine fan blades are rollable. This is just for display. Okay, I mean, those are also for display, the other models, the more expensive ones, but they offer a bit more detailing and everything. Okay, now let's put this on stand, and you have to be very careful when you're doing this for any airplanes model in general. Okay, let me just pause the video for a bit. Once I put it on stand, I think I'll need to use two hands. Okay, here we are. And when it comes to weight, it's a very heavy airplane. When I lifted up, it's compared to its size, it's a very heavy, and it's fully die-cast metal. It's very really good quality. I cannot show you the weight in the video. I mean, I cannot make you feel the weight in the video, of course, but yeah. And you see, it looks really awesome on the stand, on display. You can choose to display it even without the stand, of course, but this is the stand, and it looks really great in my opinion. See, it looks great on display. And yeah, let me show you the landing gears. So see, this is the structure of the landing gears. The A340 has, you see this in the main landing gear, it has this single support wheel in between. That is its structure. This one I'm talking about. You see this one, and again two wheels here to the on the left wing, and two sets of wheels on the right wing, and the main landing gear in the front, of course. So yes, as you can see. So you see, it looks pretty cool. And since like I said, the thing about the 1/500 scale models are that they're pretty short in size, small in size. It's easy to carry around. I mean, of course, who carries around airplane scale models when they travel? But maybe you want to shift to a different country and you're really passionate about airplane models, so you want to take one with you. So of course, for those purposes, and if you just want to take, I mean, if you're concerned about putting it on display, very short models just for yourself, then this is very good choice, I would say, the Hogan 1/500 scale models, and very affordable also. You see, I also want to show you this in this video. This is the Boeing 777-300ER, and this is one of my not one of my, this is the first airplane model that I bought. Although this is not the first unboxing video I uploaded to YouTube, but this is actually the first airplane model I bought, and it's a really great model. This is the same scale, 1/500 scale. You see, it's written here, scale 1/500, and it's also built by Hoganwings. You can see Hogan, and it's a Boeing 777-300ER, Boeing 777-300ER. It's in Boeing house colors, no particular airline. It's in Boeing house colors. It's a really great model, just like this. It's a similar model. So let me just unbox this as well, and just put it side by side and compare it with its Airbus counterpart. So although I understand, like I already said, the Airbus A350, the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, these are the modern jets. Even the Boeing 777-9, -X, -9, whatever. But these models are I mean, they look more sophisticated, they look more modern, and they have this kind of curved winglets, which are called the racket winglets. The Boeing 777, the Airbus A350, and of course they are more fuel efficient and all. As compared to them, the A340 is obsolete. Even the Boeing 777-300ER will probably be out of service after 20 years or so. It's still in service though. But the thing about this is that I really like the look of this kind of classic look, both the A340 as well as the 777. So here's my 777. You see, this is the stand, and the same kind of stand, but it's black in color. I don't know why, but it's black in color for the Boeing, but for the A350, it's silver. And here there's nothing written on the stand, but here it's 777-300ER. Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah, so the stand is ready, and now let's unbox the model. These are just single piece model. They come in one piece. You don't need to, snap in the wings and the landing gears or anything like the bigger model. So it's not a difficult job. It's already there. You just need to bring it out of the box. That's all. And oh my god, I really like the 777, especially the cockpit design and everything. You see the 777, it looks so majestic, and I think it's a bit longer, a bit larger in size than the A340 in general, because both these models are 1/500 scale. But even then, you see, as we put them side by side and compare, the 777 is a bit longer. Okay, so you see, here's my Boeing 777, and I'm not sure if we can make it in the video, but it's actually a bit larger in size, a bit larger, not much, but a bit larger in size than the A340, Air France A340. I mean, of course, the 777 jets are the largest jets. As far as I know, till now, it's the largest jets of any commercial airliner, and the plane is also, it's one of the longest. It is the longest commercial airliner in existence. I think that's in service. As far as I know, that I mean the 777-300. Yeah, there's also 777-200 LR, which is a bit shorter in length. Yeah, I think when you see side by side, you can see that the Boeing is clearly a bit bigger, bit larger in size. So let's look at the model in a bit closer. The Boeing 777. This is in Boeing house colors, and I really like this color as well. I like the livery as well, and especially nothing needs to be said about the cockpit design of the Boeing 777. I'm really a fan of this cockpit design, Boeing 777. This is kind of my, if I put it that way, it's kind of my first crush. I mean, this airplane. And you see, even the wipers are, you can make out the wipers on the cockpit windows. It's very detailed. And of course, this plane has no registration because it is it's not yet sold to any airline. It's not in commercial operation yet. It's just in the Boeing house colors, Boeing livery. But anyway, considering all of that, it's a pretty detailed model with the landing gears also perfect. Landing gears are perfect. Engines, the jets, and everything. You can see the jet, the nozzles, and this all the structure of the jet, the wings, and all. And that's the thing about the classic winglets. I like this. You see, in the Airbus A340, this kind of winglet. You see, just this kind of winglet. It's pretty good. I mean, this is not very common in modern airliners. In modern airliners, we have this curved kind of winglets, which I don't like when it comes to look. I mean, they don't look good. That's all. That's what I'm saying. But of course, they are much more efficient. That's why most aircraft manufacturing companies are adopting that design. But this is the classic Boeing 777 design, the Boeing 777 wings and style. You see. So here's a front view, and you see this model is a bit. The stand is designed in such a way that it's as if the model is banking. I mean, it's as if it's turning sideways. It's rolling sideways. I mean, of course, planes roll sideways when they take a turn in en route in flight. And this model is displayed in such a way. The stand is made in such a way that if you put the model on the stand, it will be slanted. It will be inclined, as you can see. But that does not mean this is a defective model or anything. This is the way it is. You see, in the case of the Air France, it's straight. I mean, I think you can make it now. I think you can make out what I'm saying now. It's straight, like, but this is a bit tilted. If you look at the front view, and that's the way it has been designed, the Boeing. So yeah. Both the models are really great, and these are the only two 1/500 scale models that I have. I also have one 1/500 scale models of a Bombardier jet, but that's a private jet, so that's very small. I mean, it's tiny. If I put it this way, you can see this is my hand, so you can get a size comparison, right? You can get a size comparison. So if this is my hand and this is the size of the model, that model Bombardier, it's like this. It's only this much, so you can understand. But anyway, these are the two serious 1/500 scale models I have of probably two of the most iconic passenger jets ever, the Boeing 777 and the A340, Boeing and Airbus. And so yes, here they are. Let me show you the front view of the Boeing cockpit, Boeing 777 cockpit. I really like this. And you see, this is the 777 emblem on the tail, which is in the Boeing house colors. It's really awesome. And again, it's in terms of detailing, in terms of all this stuff, quality. Both these models, I mean, both of these models are kind of built by the same manufacturer, Hoganwings, and the same scale. So there should not be any much difference, and there isn't. So now, let's finally look at these models once more without the stands. You see, this is the 777, and you see it's much larger, a bit larger than the A340, as you can see. And yes. In the case of 777, you see the landing gear is also perfect. There is no issue at all that comes to my notice. And yeah, so I think I've talked a lot, and I think that's enough for this video. This video is of course not for everyone, for those aviation av geeks out there, if I put it that way, the aviation collectors. So let me know what you think in the comments, and whether this is a good addition to my airplane model collection. You can also take a look at the other unboxing videos in my channel, and also my airplane model collection on my website. I'll put the link in the description. So yeah, I think that's all, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, again, I usually don't do unboxing videos for quite a long time. Although I started my YouTube channel with this, so it's good that I came back with one of those. And yeah, one last thing is that there is a very interesting video coming up on my channel after a few days, because right now my college examinations are about to begin in a few days, and I'm a bit busy with, like, a bit swamped up with all those. So but yeah, once in 1 or 2 weeks time, there's a very interesting video about complex systems and entropy and all this stuff coming up on my channel. I'll try to explain all this stuff to you in a very simple terms, using animations and real life examples. I think all of you will find it interesting, not only students who are into these nonlinear dynamics or physics or complex systems. So stay tuned for that, and if you're new here, please subscribe. Consider subscribing to my channel and taking a look at my other videos. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys later.